everyone, DCB here again. I'm waiting for paint to dry and some more silicone to arrive for the McMinis. So during the downtime, I thought I'd do another little show and tell for you. One of the many things I'm kind of obsessed about is finding the original source art of certain classic album covers. And what I mean by that is when a band finds some existing art or graphic from another source and then they use that as their cover. Oftentimes it'll be altered in some way, but many times not. So here's some examples of what I have and also what I'm still looking for. First up is one of my favorites and the one that kind of started me down this path. It's the clown painting by Arthur Sarof. Sarof was an American artist and illustrator, mostly known for doing magazine covers and advertising. And of course, the classic dogs playing pool. Not dogs playing poker, dogs playing pool. He did this whole series of clown paintings, so many clowns. This particular one is entitled Fido and the Clowns. It's most notable for being the cover of the 1987 Butthole Surfers album, Locust Abortion Technician. Now, I looked on Wikipedia and they said that Sarof painted this specifically for the buttholes, but I kind of find that hard to believe since there was like this whole running series he had of clown paintings. Before the internet, I would search thrift stores all the time for this exact painting with no luck. I'd see millions of other Sarof clown paintings, most commonly this one, Ringo, which I have found prints and of various sizes and music boxes and trunks and other household wares with Ringo on it, but I could never find this Fido one. It wasn't until recently with a daily eBay search for years that I finally got this one. And of course, it's the smallest Sarof print I've ever seen, but still pretty cool. Next up is this Game of Thorns. This was part of a collection of paper games put out by 3M in the 1970s. They're basically a game pack of some sort of printed paper party game thing, I don't know. I found this one at a garage sale where someone had all of the games in the series, and I specifically pulled this one out of the lot, and the seller was confused why I was so excited about it. But do you know what it is? It's the 2003 Ween album, Quebec. Their best album, by the way. They did alter the two people on here, though, to presumably resemble themselves. I don't know. Ween, Quebec, great album, love it. Ween also used this 1975 Best of Leonard Cohen cover for their album 1991's The Pod. I have the original Leonard Cohen album somewhere, but I can't find it right now. Now we have this Barbasol ad from, I think, the 40s or 50s. This, of course, was used by Winston Smith for the collage cover of the 1987 Dead Kennedys album, Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death. I remember studying this art when I was a teen, and I always assumed that the barbed wire around the guy's face was added in by Smith, but I guess not. It's kind of the whole gimmick of the ad. Get rid of that barbed wire feeling with Barbasol. On that same vein, I have this bicentennial issue of Newsweek from July 4th, 1976. And if you go to page 23, there's a collection of photos called America Hurrah. And you go a couple more pages in, and you'll find the picture of a gaggle of Shriners driving their mini cars in a parade. This, of course, was used once again by the Dead Kennedys for their very controversial 1985 album, Frankenchrist. If you don't know the story behind the poster that was inside the album, featuring artwork by H.R. Geiger, look it up. It basically jump-started the whole Tipper Gore PMRC thing in the mid-'80s. Anyway, back to the cover. I remember hearing that the Shriners in the image tried to sue the Dead Kennedys for using their likeness without their permission, but the Dead Kennedys got permission to use the image directly from Newsweek, who apparently had the rights to it, so the lawsuit never really went anywhere. To finish off my Dead Kennedys collection, I'm still looking for, I believe it was a San Francisco newspaper that featured the image of a burnt out cop car that I think was from the riots after the whole Harvey Milk incident, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, that image, the Dead Kennedys used on their debut album, 1980's Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. I'd also like to find the magazine that first featured the photograph Hands by Michael Wells that the Dead Kennedys used for their 82 album Plastic Surgery Disasters. Fun fact, that image was used by another punk band in the 80s as well. I can't remember the name of the band. If I do, I'll pop the image in here. If I don't, I'll pop a picture of a puppy. All right, next is this 1953 astounding science fiction magazine featuring a painting by Frank Kelly Freas entitled The Gulf Between. It was, of course, used by Queen on their 1977 album News of the World. They altered it a bit. I don't know if Freas himself altered it or not, but they added the band instead of just this one guy. I'm not a huge Queen fan, hardly a fan at all actually, but it's such an iconic cover, and it's neat that it was based on an old magazine from 24 years before. So that's all on that one. This is an ad for wigs I pulled out of Sepia, a magazine aimed at a black female audience in the 70s. This ad ran for many years, changing ever so slightly each time as they would swap out different wig styles available at the time. It was, of course, the inspiration for the Rolling Stones' iconic 1978 Some Girls cover. My sister had this album when I was like in 4th or 5th grade, and when I was starting to understand music existed a little, and I would listen to it, and I didn't much care for it though. The only song I kind of liked was Shattered, which I guess is considered a pretty horrible song by them. So I guess that was the start of me liking things that other people don't. This is a postcard entitled End of the Trail. It features a dead cowboy in the desert being devoured by a couple vultures. These were sold in touristy gift shops, probably in the Southwest. It was used for the Clash's 1978 Give 'Em Enough Rope album cover. I still have not located the guy on the horse in the background, but it's probably from a similar source, I'm guessing. And finally, this 1962 Boy Scout Handbook featuring artwork by Norman Rockwell. It was altered up and used on Oingo Boingo's 1981 album cover, Only a Lad. I don't really know much about Oingo Boingo, other than Forbidden Zone. So, and Danny Elfman does soundtracks. That's all I really know about Oingo Boingo, but Only a Lad. So that's about all I have for now. I know there's a ton more examples like this out there. I don't actively seek them out. I just, if I come across it, out antique stores or thrifting or whatever, I'll buy them. Except for the locust abortion, I had to get that one off eBay. But yeah, there's a few more I'm looking for. Like, I'd like to find this Mind Alive magazine cover. I think it's a British magazine. The baby on here was used for Black Sabbath and Depeche Mode, so it's a twofer. Yeah, there's a couple others I'm looking for too, but what are some of your favorite found art covers out there? Do you have any? Did you know about these or not? Let me know in the comments, and thanks everyone. And I gotta go back to making more McDonald's miniatures. See ya.
Darn, that's the end.
Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel and follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Dustin Cropsboy. Also check out our TeePublic page for t-shirts you can buy to help support this channel, or just go to the website dcbvarietyhour.com for all the links.